Hey everybody, welcome back to TechOdyssey. So today we're here to talk about the Microsoft Surface Duo and whether you should pick one up now that they're on a steep discount. If you've looked around lately, you probably saw there have been a lot of really substantial sale prices. For instance, I just saw it the other day on Amazon for $5.99. That is ridiculous, considering that the phone cost $1,400 to $1,500 when it first came out less than a year ago. So I want to talk about it. And we're also going to talk about why I have one again, which is an entirely different story. But before we get into all that, I do want to say if this is your first time stopping by the channel, thank you for being here. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. Now let's talk about the Microsoft Surface Duo. All right. Here we are with the Surface Duo, and there's probably some of you sitting out there thinking, all right, I didn't want to get it at $13.99. I didn't want to pay $1,500 for this phone, but yeah, $5.99, $6.99, I could probably do that. I mean, it's a Microsoft product. It's a Surface product. It looks really cool. It's really nice, neat construction. They've got this super scientifically engineered hinge. It's got the dual screens that work independently of each other, so you can run apps on both of them at the same time. It's really cool. There's a lot of neat things you can do with this. It even has Wacom stylus support. So you would think at $5.99, $6.99, this phone is probably a steal. I mean, a lot of people would probably think that, and I think you probably still shouldn't buy it. And you're probably sitting there going, okay, well, hypocrite, why do you have another one? Why do you get to sit there and buy one and tell me I shouldn't buy one? Well, because, I mean, I'm an addict. I can't help myself. But there are reasons. So I bought it originally when it first came out. I got it. I actually had to end up getting it replaced within inside of a month because it had like a manufacturer defect issue, which was problematic for me. And there was a 60-day return window when it first came out. So I got my replacement and I thought, you know what? This is just too much risk for me to be paying $1,500 for this phone right now. Maybe, and I said this in my video before, maybe whenever it gets down to $600, $700, I'll buy another one because maybe by then it'll be fixed, it'll have less bug issues, we'll see how it holds up hardware-wise and construction, durability, all that good stuff. So, yeah, I wanted to get one again. I saw it, I'm like $6.99, let me go ahead and buy one because I want to see if it's improved because it had so many issues with the software, so many bugs, it was almost unusable sometimes. And they were kind of patching it regularly for the first couple of weeks when it came out, but it still wasn't there. So I said, you know what, I can't do this. Well, I saw it, I bought it, and I've been using it for a couple of days now, and I want to love it. Like, I really want to like this phone. There are a lot of things I do like about it, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of reasons why you shouldn't buy this phone. Whenever you think about this phone, nobody's like, you know what, the Surface Duo has an amazing camera, I'm gonna buy it for that. Or the Surface Duo has an amazing battery life. I mean, it's got 3,577 milliamp battery. No, that's not why you should buy it. Or maybe because it's got all this great Microsoft Office and Microsoft integration stuff with the phone. Well, I mean, you can get a lot of those apps with other phones, but looking at it and saying, you know, there's just not a lot of reasons where you're like, this is the absolute reason why I have to buy this. And I think the phone does have a bit of an identity issue. I mean, is it a phone? Is it a tablet? Is it a miniature laptop? Is it all three? I mean, it does have a cell phone antenna in it, so you can make phone calls, but it doesn't have a very good speaker for making phone calls. It doesn't have a very good speaker for music. It's made out of plastic, sandwiched by Gorilla Glass, and it doesn't even have like Quad HD Plus screens. It's got these huge bezels on it. It's a very awkward device, and one of the things I hate the most is if you try to turn on the flashlight, you blind yourself because you basically turn it on like this unless you flip it all the way around, and then you flip it like this, and then there's a lot of really cumbersome stuff with this. So I hope that they fix it moving forward with the Surface Duo 2, which they're supposed to be working on, and I think that's one of the reasons why this is fire saled now. I mean, they basically cut the price in half. I wouldn't be surprised if you see it go a little lower over the next couple of months, but you probably saw it and thought maybe I should buy one. Look, there's not that much stuff that has been amazingly fixed on here. I mean, I was typing on it today and I made a tweet. I was joking around and I'm like, look, if they want to stop people from texting and driving, they should just give people these phones because it's nearly impossible. Like, don't try and use this phone while you're driving. And don't, especially not, like, don't mess around with it. But yeah, even the typing experience is like an exercise in futility. As SwiftKey, it's what you're supposed to use. It's the stock factory keyboard that's designed to where you can like do all sorts of stuff, but it's very frustrating. Like when you type, when it's open, you basically have to use your thumbs and swipe type, and trying to get the dictionary to actually pick up what you're typing or swiping is one story, but then trying to type it like this, the haptic feedback is not very good. It's not very reactive, and it throws you off when you're typing, really. And then the accuracy is not good either. The battery life, I'm getting about 4 hours, 3 hours and 45 minutes of screen on time. That's not very good. The bugs are still there. SwiftKey, the keyboard has crashed on me at least 5 times today alone. The keyboard disappears. When you're using Instagram, it's like impossible to ever get it to work right. I mean, it does sometimes, but the keyboard reliably doesn't just show up. And I don't really know what they were thinking when they made this. I like the idea. I like the concept. I think that they put some work into it. And then, I don't know, when the phone came out, it was like an alpha product, not even a beta product like most phones. And then when they tried to patch it, it still isn't right where it needs to be. And we're on the cusp of probably having a new one later on this year if they get it out on time. So, just save your money, folks. Unless you just really want to try it like me, unless you're a giant phone nerd, you've got some money laying around, you're going to use it as a secondary device. Like, I don't really recommend anybody use this as a primary phone. You really need to use this as a secondary device, and then that alleviates a lot of that frustration. Like, as I'm typing on it, I want to smash this phone in the concrete like 5 times a day. And I know there's probably some Microsoft people. I'm going to get so many, like, thumbs down for this from the Microsoft folks. Look, I get that you like it. I get that you love this device, but it's not that good. It has significant problems still. Yes, it largely works now. Thankfully, they've cleared up some of the big bug problems it had in the beginning, but it's still not working as well as a normal phone should work. It's not working as well as a normal laptop should work. I mean, if you want to harken it back to the days of 1995 where it crashes all the time and consider that successful, then yes, this is right up your alley. But I've gotten so much flack from Microsoft Surface people that love this phone. Look, I get that you like it, but we have to address the fact that it's not that great. It's an incomplete product. And even now, almost a year later, it still needs work. And I don't think Microsoft is willing to put the work into it at this point. I think they're just basically writing it off, but we'll see. But yes, they did. The concept is what really got me. And I was really frustrated when the phone first came out because people were like, oh, I can't wait for the second one as soon as this one came out. And that frustrated me because I didn't think that it got a fair shake. And then I gave it a fair shake. And then I'm like, yeah, everybody's kind of right. I can't wait till the next one. But I was like, I just want them to fix this one. I want this one to work the way it's supposed to. So there are things that they can do that needs a screen on the outside. You need to have some way to be able to talk while it's like this without having to open all the way up. You need to see who's calling. You need to see what the alert or notification is. It needs a camera on both sides. They need an LED flash on the outside. It doesn't even have band 71 for LTE. It's got a dated chipset in it, which if it worked properly would be fine. 6 gigs of RAM, it really needed to have 8. There's a lot of stuff that they really, I think, sold themselves short, and they had a year to work on it. Had it come out when they first announced it, it would have been fine, but a year later, it was behind the 8 ball, and it really wasn't ahead of the 8 ball to begin with. So, if you want to buy one, buy it because you really want it, and know that it still has issues, and yeah, it's definitely a better price point. Now, I feel sorry for anyone who bought it at like $1,400, $1,500 and held on to it because that was way overpriced. And I got it. I enjoyed it. I checked the resale ones all the time because I'm like, when I can get one at the right price, I'll buy another one. There is a lot of promise and potential with this phone that when it works right is really fun to use. And then you get snapped back to reality all the time that it still has issues. So yeah, if you really want one, go for it. But just know what you're getting yourself into. Definitely, if you don't like it, make sure you return it. Don't hang on to it because it's one of those ones where you might like it, you may really enjoy it, but it may just frustrate you so much you don't think it's worth the money. And that's kind of the fence that I'm on right now. Like, I do like it enough. I've been using this as my daily driver for 2 days now, and I am making the sacrifice, trying to like really dive in deep with it and see if I can squeak out reasons to say, yes, this phone needs to exist. But I'm still not there yet. but we'll see what I do with it. I did not really intend on making a video about this, but then it just massively went on Firesale after I bought it. So I know a lot of people are looking for information on it right now. I know a lot of people are interested in it. So I thought, let me go ahead and sit down, talk to you about my own personal experience, let you know my thoughts, so that way you can make an objective and fair and solid decision if you want to get one. And if you want to get one, just know what you're getting yourself into and know how to get out of it if you decide you don't want it. So that's all I've got. If you have any questions or comments, please feel free to leave them down in the comment section. I'll get back with you. If you enjoy the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and the little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.